welcome to Snowview. I'm Xenia. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to plan and run effective team meetings that drive strategic results. How many meetings do you have every week? How many of those meetings should never have happened? Many organizations are suffering from meeting overload. They often try to compensate for poor strategic planning by scheduling endless meetings that waste everyone's time and result in low productivity and high employee stress levels. However, if your meetings are regular and well-planned, you can create a culture of collaboration and open communication that drives better strategic decisions and improves team performance. For most sales teams, weekly sales meetings are the best option. And if you want them to be successful, you need to follow a few steps. Set an agenda. Your sales meetings should have a set structure. Even if an agenda changes, most meetings should follow the usual plan for everyone to know what to expect and to feel more productive. For example, your weekly sales meeting agenda should cover reviewing the team's performance from the last week, discussing obstacles, planning for the current week, dealing with the questions your sales reps have, motivating your team. It is a good idea to add a meeting link to your team's calendar so they know what the meeting will be about and prepare for discussion beforehand. Besides, it's better to hold a meeting on the same day at the same time. For example, Monday, 10 a.m. Troubleshoot technical issues. It's obvious, but worth mentioning. Technical issues can happen, and it's better to deal with them in advance. Test your equipment, and if you have a presentation or any other visual material, go through it a few times to ensure nothing causes any glitches or interruptions. And if you're meeting with your team remotely, make sure there is a solid internet connection and a backup plan. You don't want to be stuck with a bad connection while trying to share important information. Share updates with your team. One of your tasks as a leader is to keep your team informed about anything that can affect how they sell, such as pricing changes, sales forecasting updates, and product news. Sometimes sharing crucial updates can take more time than your weekly sales meeting lasts. In this case, consider having a special meeting with only this update on the agenda to keep your team focused on the vital things they should remember. Discuss obstacles. When leading the meeting, one of the key objectives is to get everyone on board and excited with the plan you've laid out. But before you can do that, it's important to acknowledge the barriers your team members may face or are already facing. Besides discussing conversion rates and KPIs, figure out whether there's anything in the way of the sales reps that keeps them from reaching their quotas. Once you know where the additional focus is needed, you can create a detailed plan together with a team to overcome the obstacles to closing more deals. Find time for coaching and training. Of course, it's better to have separate sales meetings devoted to learning new sales strategies and tactics. Still, it doesn't mean you cannot add educational elements to your weekly meetings. You can share sales tips and tricks with your team before the meeting via email and devote 5-10 minutes to discuss what tricks can be applied to your sales strategy. Decide on the next steps. Once you've finished your meeting, give yourself some time to reflect on what you've learned, go through your notes, and look for any recurring topics that came up more than once. For example, if you're working on a project that involves multiple departments from different locations, there are going to be quite a few questions on how it will work logistically and who will be responsible for the internal tasks. If so, put these down in the form of an action plan. This way, when people are back at their desks, they'll know exactly what needs to be done next. Motivate your team. The path to closing deals is 30. Salespeople need to have a lot of patience and be ready to tackle all the objections on their way to success. And their emotional state can go down sometimes. As a sales leader, you need to observe the mood swings inside your team and find time to cheer them up. Make it a rule to have a motivation minute every weekly meeting to keep your team inspired. A productive sales team equals more closed deals, equals higher revenue. You need to treat the meetings with your sales team the way you treat the meetings with your customers. Remember, your sales teammates are brand's voice. Make them feel they are selling the best product that brings value to businesses, and they will share this exact attitude with your customers. Hope these tips will help you run effective sales meetings and boost sales. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to discover more sales and marketing growth hacks. See you!